News Channel 3 starts off with breaking news right now.
News Channel 3 is on the scene of a major fire in Gobles. 3 buildings are now burning off South Street, and the fire is spreading. I'm Aaron Baskerville. Andy has the night off.
And I'm Kate Tillotson. Let's get right to Jared Worksma, who is live on the scene for us.
Jared, what can you tell us right now? Jared.
Well, guys, let me step right out of the way and show you the scene behind us right now. We've been trying to get as much information for you as we could. A lot of things have changed just in the past few minutes. You're looking at 3 buildings at least that are involved in this fire right now, and we have been watching the walls collapse. So far, we've had two walls collapse in this first building that you should be looking at right now, and firefighters actually just showed up. That we're actually able to get this second building under control just about 5 minutes ago. It was shooting flames some 60, 70 feet up into the air above the building. It really has been a very impressive scene that we've been watching over the last half an hour. And I'll tell you what's really incredible is that we were actually in this area for a story tonight, and we were parked directly in front of the building that obviously is destroyed right in front of us right now. The wall, right where we were parked in one of our live vehicles, the wall collapsed on that spot, and we were there right about 7:30, and we know obviously the fire started sometime between then and about 9:30 is what we're hearing. And firefighters, we've been trying to get information from them, but they are so incredibly busy scrambling around trying to get this stuff under control that they have had not one chance to stop and talk to us at this point. People have seen this fire from miles around, and they're showing up here now. The entire town of Gobles is here. I promise you that. And there are people from surrounding towns that are here as well, watching this fire destroy the town of Gobles. Like I said, so far 3 buildings at least are destroyed, and it looks like there may be more before the night is over. Now, I don't know how much you can see right now, but the fire that you're watching, the smoke that you're watching come up as they throw thousands of gallons of water onto this fire to try and get everything under control. The force of the fire, the heat, is still bringing all of that soaking wet ash and smoke up with it, and it has been raining on us since we got here for more than an hour now. It's not rain, though. There's not a cloud in the sky. There goes another wall. There goes another wall. I hope you guys saw that back there. The 3rd building that they've been working on just collapsed. All I can see is smoke right now. I can't tell how much of the building is left, but the front wall definitely just collapsed. The people around me I've been watching this with bated breath. So far, we understand, I'm sorry, I should have said this earlier, we have not heard of any injuries yet, possibly to an animal, but we have not heard of any injuries at this point. We do understand there's at least one apartment in these buildings, actually above the building where the front wall just collapsed. That's where the apartment is, but we do understand that everybody's gotten out of here. And the building that you were just looking at that I hope you saw the wall collapse on, that building is where the fire supposedly started as well. We have not confirmed that with firefighters yet, but we have been getting as much as we could from firefighters that have been showing up on scene, the little bits that they know. And it apparently was an electrical fire that started in that middle building here where the front wall just collapsed. Started towards the back of that building is what we're hearing, and quickly spread, obviously, to the building right in front of us on the corner here. And it just devastated this one the most rapidly. The walls have been collapsing one at a time, and as soon as we got here, we got warnings that all of this could be going down.
Jared, I don't want
the flames have been shooting up. It's been
Jared, can you hear
raining,
me?
not just that wet ash coming down on us, but it's also been raining fire on us. You turn around from time to time.
Jared, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, Kate, are you there?
Yes.
Are you trying to ask me a question?
I do have a question, Jared. Can you hear me?
All right. Oh, I think I just heard you there for a second, Kate, but it's very difficult right now.
All right, Jared, I know it's very loud where you are, and we hear a lot of voices in the background. We know you've already told us there are a lot of people on scene wanting to see what this is all about. You've told us there were 3 buildings total on fire. You've specified that one of those buildings is an apartment. We're hearing that another one of those buildings could possibly be a restaurant.
Kate, I heard you there for a second. I was getting your question, and then I lost you. I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep Is the restaurant on fire? Yes, the cafe that I believe you're referring to is where that apartment building was. It's the middle building where the wall just collapsed. I believe, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that building is on fire as well. I believe that's what firefighters that have been showing up here have been telling us. That's where they say it started. They say it started as an electrical fire somewhere in the back of that building. Now, why that building wasn't damaged more to begin with, I don't know. Once again, we haven't been able to talk to any of the firefighters that have come out here yet. Now, I'll tell you what, I did actually line up a couple of people here that I wanted to talk to because they have seen some things that we have not had a chance to. Give me your name again, I'm sorry. Lexi, what's your last name?
Ketchum.
Say that again?
Ketchum.
Ketchum, okay, and you say you showed up here and you got here about an hour ago, you said?
Yeah.
And what was it that you saw happen? You said something about a cat.
Well, there was a cat on the top of the bait shop, and like it jumped down, and then it sat there for a minute, and like a couple rounds of smoke came at it, and then it went and it ran towards the fire, and then everything just fell on him.
So the cat died.
Yeah, the cat died.
Okay, not a good result there, obviously. But now, did you guys ask anybody? Were you able to talk to anybody about that? Do you have any idea whose cat that is by any chance?
No.
No idea. And what brought you guys down here? When did you get down here?
Well, we saw it on Facebook, we're not gonna lie. And we're like, oh, our town's on fire. We should probably go see what's going on.
How long have you lived here?
My whole life.
Your whole life. What do you think about seeing this? I mean, obviously there is some excitement here, but is it difficult to see any of this?
I think it's horrible. Like our whole town, like I've never, like even at football games, I don't see this many people and everybody's coming together because it's on fire, and it's like heartbreaking because it's been here my entire life and now it's gone.
You know this town much better than I do. Tell me a little bit about these buildings.
Well, Jan's has caught on fire before, like, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but...
Now, Jan's is the building we're talking about where the wall just collapsed, correct?
Yeah, like, the second wall of it just collapsed. The second part of it did.
Yep.
And, like, family friends own the tackle shop, and, like, everybody knows everybody, so we all know the owners of everything.
And that is where the apartment building was on top, and I'm hearing that's where the fire started as well.
The apartment's on top of Jan's.
The apartment is on top of Jan's. Do you know who lives there?
I don't think anybody lives up there.
Okay. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring in one other person here right now, Tim, right?
Yes.
Tim, tell me your last name, please.
Palmer.
One more time?
Palmer.
Tim Palmer. Now, you came down here because you saw this thing, which is interesting because you don't live in town here. You're a few miles out.
I live about 2 miles out southeast of Gobles right now.
And what is it that you saw?
Well, we lost power first, and then we knew the fire was here, but we lost power, so we decided to just come down here and check it out because my son was just in Jan's yesterday with his girlfriend before they went to Grand Rapids for some spring break fun, and it's just sad because you don't know if they have insurance to rebuild and all that kind of stuff. They're all good people, and they just lost their businesses.
What did you think when you first showed up here? Did you think it would be this bad?
I could tell it was bad coming up 388, and you just knew there was just a glow above the town. You knew there was a major fire here before you even got here.
And now it's been spreading rapidly. It seems like they're doing a great job to get it under control now. They got the ladder truck in, and they got the water gun going on it now, which really seems to have helped. But what amazed me the most, I think, is the fact that we saw the one building go down.
Yeah.
And you thought, okay, that's got to be the worst of it. Now they're going to get it. And then the second and third buildings continued to shoot up in plumes, and fire rained down on this entire crowd. What did you think about that?
Well, I'm looking at it. It's just amazing that nobody got hurt, you know.
That we know of so far,
yeah.
Thank God, yes.
And you see all the devastation and everything, and it's just gentlemen out there doing a good job. They're working hard. They did their job, and they're doing real well. Are you guys going to stick around here until this is out, or I mean, this is Friday night, right? Wearing apparel to really be here much longer. She's getting cold, and so am I.
Right.
But,
and I'll tell you what. Tell me one more thing. I mean, obviously, right now, as you were saying, it's hard to watch this, but there is some excitement. Tomorrow, when the smoke is out and all the flames are out, and people come back here and they see what's left, do you think this is going to be hard for the people that live here yourself to see?
Well, I think it will be, but yeah, this is a good community. Well, they stick together pretty well, and I think they'll probably rebuild. I would hope so, at least. And around here, we help one another.
All right, Tim, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you'd stick around in case we got to ask anything else, I would appreciate that as well. All right, so obviously you get a sense of the mood from people here. You know, it really is just amazing. It's kind of, people are standing around, they're watching eagerly. There is a great deal of concern, especially when the fires continue to shoot up from time to time. We haven't seen a big plume really shoot out of one of these buildings in a while now, but people aren't going anywhere. They are staying here until they have some kind of resolution. And with the way the buildings have been collapsing, we've watched a wall drop about every 15 minutes, I would say, since we've been here.
Jared, can you hear me now? Jared, can you hear me?
Aaron, yes, I do hear you loud and clear.
Yeah,
right now.
is there any word on what's fueling the fire? Because obviously it's been going on for hours. And can you set up maybe what those buildings are made of? Because it seems like it's just being fueled by something.
Oh, what it's being fueled by?
Yeah, like, I mean, are those wooden, you know, are there wooden pallets inside these buildings or anything, you know what I mean? Because it seems like this fire has been going on for a long time, and you said they have it under control now, but it seems like they had a little bit of difficulty getting it under control for a couple hours.
Well, I definitely, I would not say that they have it under control at this point with all the active flames that we're watching right now, but in terms of anything inflammatory that was accelerating the fire, any kind of accelerant, I don't know about that. The way that the flames have been shooting up as they went from building to building would make me believe that there is something else there that they're suddenly catching. It could be as simple as insulation in the roof just going up like a haystack, because these buildings are very old and everything, many of the materials in them is obviously going to be extremely dry. But we have not heard any news from anybody about any kind of accelerant, and we haven't seen what some of us have been waiting for, and we've been talking about actually in the moments that I've had with firefighters. We've been waiting to see if there were going to be any explosions. We were afraid, hey, is there going to be a gas line? Is there a gas tank? Is there anything that they aren't going to be able to shut off before the fire gets to it? And we haven't seen any of that yet, so it looks like they've done a good job of getting to everything to shut it down that they could. No gas lines or anything like that have been hit, but I'll tell you what, as I'm looking at this last wall right in front of us now, it's looking like it's obviously going to be the next one to go because it has no other structures around it, and you can see the flames shooting up behind it again. And as these walls go down, what's been coming with it that you guys haven't been able to see is another burst of flames. You know, just it's literally fanning the flames and it's throwing sparks another distance. At this point, they have so much water on this thing, I have to believe that it won't spread the way that it was before, but that is definitely a concern at this point. And the wall we're looking at has got to be 30 to 40 feet standing by itself right now. And when that thing comes down, if it comes down, and all indications are that it will, that's going to be a problem, whether it comes down towards the building or towards us. And if you notice, there's a transistor directly in front of that wall as well, and that was a concern as soon as we got here. We were afraid that wall was going to come right down, that transistor get knocked over, take the power lines with it, but that has not happened yet. And in terms of what they're doing to try and control that or stop that, we haven't been able to ask them yet.